evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another World of Warships live stream. I'm MrConway, here live from our studio in Prague as the only person, because we are in the highest level of lockdown and only one person is allowed in the room at one time. So it's just me. However, we have a little ace up our sleeve because Tuccy is going to be joining us from the comfort of his, what looks like a sofa. So let's say hello and welcome Mr. Tuccy. Hello, Tuccy.
Hello, everyone. Yes, it indeed is a sofa, and at least I have a torpedo here with me.
You can never go wrong if you have a torpedo.
Sorry?
I said you can never go wrong as long as you bring your torpedo. It's like a towel, right?
Yeah, exactly. You have to be ready for everything. But yeah, since the country is at a pretty high level of lockdown, we cannot be in the same studio. And all in all, if I had to stream from the office downstairs or from here, it doesn't really make any difference. So I'm streaming from here with view on the dark forest outside, and the wolves are howling and stuff.
Yes, it was already interesting for me to just leave the apartment and be able to go somewhere. But that's life in 2021. I think that's also what we said in 2020. But let's hope not too much longer. So we have a bit of an interesting evening for you tonight because we actually have quite a bit of news. We have 1, 2, 3.5 new ships to talk about. We're going to be talking about our early access event for German destroyers. We're going to talk about the new dockyard, a couple of improvements that are coming, some new skins and camouflage. It's going to be exciting. However, I think we should wait a tiny bit for the rest of the kind of audience and viewership to arrive. So we'll do this at our traditional presentation time of around 7:30, which is in about an hour and a half. So we have a bit of time to talk about it in the beginning. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we, of course, have our traditional Twitch drop active. So you'll be able to get should be the last, actually, set of missions for our early access extra. Yes, we are indeed in the last week. So this is going to be mission number 4 for our extra early access stream missions for Italian battleships. So if you would like to have those extra tokens, all you need to do is either claim the Twitch drop, which is exclusive to our channel and drops after just 15 minutes, or if you are watching on YouTube, I will be sharing a bonus code. But if you're on Twitch, the drop will just get it to you the same way. You can, of course, also redeem the bonus code, but it will give you nothing. So I would recommend you don't. But look, we're gonna be nice. We're gonna show you the bonus code right now. This is a fun word. Tuccy knows exactly how to pronounce it.
Cecerone, I think.
I have no idea. I forgot to ask how to pronounce it. But it is. It's a fun word. It's Italian and it means chatterbox. Oh, good evening, Rita Gamer. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, and hello. I saw their TC Prier as well, I think. Yeah, there he is.
I'll make you a VIP. You're welcome, Rita. So anyway, that's today's bonus code for those of you watching on YouTube or on Steam. For everybody else, like I said, you can claim the Twitch drop after just 15 minutes and activate the 4th mission. The mission will require you to earn progressively higher amounts of base XP in a single game with each stage of the mission. And if you complete the final stage, you will be receiving some Italian tokens. And if you actually completed all of the missions, the 4 missions from this month, then you'll also get the Kitty Paw First flag if you don't have it yet. Otherwise, you have it and I cannot give it to you again.
Mr. Conway, we have a question from King MDM 3577 on YouTube. Does the code work for everyone?
The code works for everyone, no matter what server you're on, where you're from, what your name is, or how tall you are. It's for everyone. But if you're on Twitch, you don't need it because you can get the same exact mission through Twitch drops.
Yes, and if you already got a code this week, then
yes, if you did, which there was a chance I think yesterday evening with the German stream, and I think we had an Asian stream earlier today. Potentially, I might be wrong about that.
Painzor is in the Twitch chat as well. Hello.
Yeah, I know. Now all the
long live googly eyes
coming out of the woodwork, begging to have VIP. But I'm happy to give it to you guys. Just let me know that you're here, and it shall be given.
It seems that I have a bit too much reflection of the screen in my
Yeah.
glasses, so I will work glassless.
Kingpin says, 3.5 new ships. Lordy, are they pulling something like Akagi or Shinami out of the attic? No. It's just that 3 of the ships are new, and one of the ship is a new version, a slightly altered version of an existing ship. And I'm not going to call that a new ship because it's mostly the same as what we already have in game, but we will get to that part later. Is Painzor a CC? Painzor is indeed a CC, a very recent addition to the program. We now own the Googly Eyes, and you can be looking forward to a Googly Eye camo in World of Warships by the year 2025. Now, until then, we have a little bit of a problem because Tuccy is at home. He has potato internet and he has a potato computer. So it's going to be just me playing today. But
I don't have a potato computer, but yeah, I don't want to stress the internet connection too much because if I have to choose between trash talking Mr. Conway and having Mr. Conway trash talk my gameplay, it's clear.
That's true. But I was going to say we have a really good solution for this because we are just going to be playing Brawl today. I think it gives me a chance to go in the 1v1 Pope Hello the First is asking, Mr. Conway, have you seen that short clip of you singing "Boom Boom Boom"? Yes, I saw it tonight. I was very last night, late at night. I was very perplexed, sort of amused. And I'm happy to see that my funny, weird, animated music clip is at least the best of the ones that were made so far. But yes, pretty glorious. I don't know who came up with it, but it's well done. Well done indeed. Cool. So Tuccy's going to concentrate on chat. I'm going to concentrate on the game. We're going to go and play some World of Warships until we have news for you at about 7:30 Central European time, or in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Cool. So chat, do you have any requests as to what you would like me to play? You can let me know now, and Tuccy, you can do a head tally, and in the meantime, I'm going to start off taking out the Tuppets because, let's face it, it's a tier 8 1v1 brawl. I want to play Tuppets. Play Bismarck. Darth Vader, I can. Pommern, very funny. Wrong tier. The problem is with playing Bismarck is that you could be playing Tuppets, and in a situation where you have a 1v1 brawl, having torpedoes I think is a real benefit. But we can try Bismarck too, sure.
Yes, I mean, Odin is also fairly fun.
Yes,
but,
I actually lost to an Odin yesterday with my Bismarck, with my Tuppets.
Because the guns can be a bit...
Yes, so this is... Okay, this is a loss, I think.
Oh.
The problem is
already?
I'm facing a Le Terrible I mean, on this map, I cannot kite him because if I try to kite him, he will cap.
Well, I mean, on the other hand, if he kept the middle and you kept the outer zone, then
yes,
it could be interesting.
If he's any good at this game, he will absolutely wipe the floor with me because I have to get close, and I have to get so close that he can taunt me out with a single volley. Delay cap the outer. It doesn't work. The problem is that the inner cap is worth as much as the two outers together, I think, points wise. So I can absolutely block the outer cap or recap it, but as long as he holds the center, I'll still lose it.
Well, let's see how it shall go.
I can top him as well, Mr. Conway. Yes, I can, and I will try. But I think I'm going to be fighting a bit of an uphill battle here against Le Terrible on this specific map. I fought Le Terrible before.
Maybe he will get overconfident.
Yeah. The last one was overconfident. He came into chat and said like, "Oh, hello, you're going to be the 5th Tuppets I'm going to sink," and I was like, "Okay, let's try this," and he did not sink me.
My name is Tirpitz Montoya.
Okay, interesting. He's not gone for the middle. He's actually gone for the outer ring.
The outer ring?
He's gone for the outer ring. Interesting. I don't know if this is a good tactic by him or not. He will park on middle ring and wait for you to come around the corner.
That's likely, yes.
It's not a bad tactic. Scumbag tactic, but not a bad one. We shall see. It's tense.
Broadside ram for the win. Oh yes, if Terrible decides to ram the torpedoes, that would be fun. Okay,
Yeah,
now
so he's
blocking
just
the middle.
blocking me all the way in, so I have to commit to the center circle.
Yeah, and from this side to you have to get a bit deep.
And then he's gonna come and top me.
Well, I mean, you can try to bully him and rely on taking the torpedoes in the nose.
Yeah, it's literally my only chance.
Or rely on the there is always a battleship-sized gap in the torpedo spread, right? Maybe the RNG will be in your favor. Did you remember to press the button?
Which button? Oh, that one. Don't tell people about the button. It's supposed to be a secret, Tucky.
They know anyway. We will just have to order some more chemtrails.
I guess with the outer two rings, he has enough points to just... Oh, okay. He sent out a torpedo volley early. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
This is a bit funny because I'm watching what's happening on the Twitch.
Oh God, who was playing on this PC last? Am I actually beaching?
French guy?
Possibly a French guy. My settings are completely whack. Or I just maybe I fat-fingered. I think I maybe fat-fingered. Push him? Of course we're going to push him. This is the only way that we can win.
Yeah.
But right now we're kind of also pushing up seashells at the seashore that she's selling.
Well, on the other hand, that incident kind of helped because at full speed you might have run into the second volley.
He may just run away from me, though. I don't know. I have no idea
I mean,
what
if
the
he
guy is
runs
thinking.
away, he has that would be also like... Oh no, there he is. There he is.
I think I have to turn the game sound up a bit. Be quiet, you guys. Okay, it looks like he's got torpedoes on the other side recharged.
Shoot him full of holes.
That hurt. Okay, got those dodged.
I think you have him bang to right.
I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's see. Depends a little bit on what he's going to try and pull now. How many torpedoes he's got left reloaded. Come on!
Oh, yeah.
I could have shot him
there. You go.
I could have shot him there, but torpedoing him sounded a little bit more, just felt a little bit more satisfying. Okay, well.
That worked.
Easy, says chat. Number one, I wouldn't call it easy, but it whatever gets us there. Okay, I'll take a stab at, I'd like a suggestion for second game, please. Ooh, are the 1v1 brawls time for Prince Eugen? Oh, yes, actually, this is a really good idea. I played heavily in Prince Eugen last time, and it is one of my absolute favorites. Tucky, maybe you can pick 5 ships that chat is suggesting and run a quick poll for the next game.
The Otago could be interesting.
No, like pick 5 that you see, and then run a quick poll while I'm playing this one with Eugen.
Actually, can I run poll?
Actually, need to skill him for this. I'm gonna go. We're gonna do.
I'm not sure I can run a poll.
This is not useful for ranked, but I like the skill in general. I will want to have... God, what am I going to pick here? I don't want to run a full meme build because I don't want to respec for... Oh, do I? You know what? Screw it. I have doubloons. We're going to go... Who cares if we are visible? This must be all... This should always be active, right? In 1v1. Because there will always be more enemies than allies spotted.
Yeah.
And maybe I will also go actually for an RPF. This is really... Oh, no, I don't have enough points. No! Okay, you know what? Here we go. Now I have enough points. Let's see. Interesting build here. I don't recommend this for anything else but what we're just about to try. Let's see if we can even tailor our equipment a little bit. Yes. Additional steering gear over here. Oh, this might be fun. This might be fun. Yes. Let's give this a go. Go for torp ram damage? Too late, Chrysanthos. I put my points in guns. Who are you and what have you done with our Tuccy? He's just at home. He's fine. No Tuccy's have been harmed in the making of this show.
Okay, so out of ships you have, which ship wouldn't you like to play?
No. That's not how I... Just the chat can pick as long as I have it. Yeti's asking...
I don't know what ships you have, so well...
Okay, Yeti's... I was asking if it's possible to obtain this Prince Eugen camouflage, and I believe you can purchase it from the exteriors tab, but I'm not entirely sure. It's possible. I don't think it was limited. There's a lot of open water.
Okay, so I'm sharing a poll in the chat.
Oh, do I want to shoot AP or HE? I'm probably going to go HE. There's a lot of open water.
And I'm sharing the poll on YouTube as well.
Do it. There's going to be a lot of open water between me and the Turpits, and he's going to hurt me quite a lot before. Maybe I should have gone through the channel over there. I don't know. Let's see. This is going to be an uphill battle against the Turpits.
Tracks 221. Are the ship restrictions in clan battles going to run the rest of the season, or are they changing after another 2 weeks? Well, we will see how they work. If they work well, we might keep them. If something else emerges, we can change them. We shall see.
Nunata's asking, when are you guys going to rebuff the battleships to what they were? It's a disgrace what has happened to the game in its present state. I really don't think that battleships are struggling in World of Warships at the moment, or indeed have ever been. I think battleships have always been one of the strongest classes, and they still are. In fact, I would hazard a guess that most of chat will probably complain about battleships being too strong, rather than battleships being too weak. Will we be reworking Deadeye? Yes, we will be reworking, changing, modifying Deadeye in some way. There will be a dev blog in general about changes to the what we've done with the captain skill rework in the next couple of weeks, once we've locked down what kind of approaches we want to do. However, please bear in mind that for some of the changes that we want to make, it may need some changes to actual game logic, which won't, so we can't just change a value. Yes?
Yeah, I have a question I should answer right now from Draculia. World of Warships, guys, any idea why the doubloons I bought on the Epic WoW test account isn't showing on my main Wargaming account? Any doubloons you bought during the Epic test is supposed to show up on your main account. Yes, it is supposed to show up, and it will show up. We are working on it. We are, we have pulled the data from the test, and as we mentioned in the email we sent out last week, we are trying to do it ASAP. The latest they would appear on your account is by the end of the month, but we are doing our best to do it as soon as possible. But obviously cannot promise any specific date until we have all the data processed. But it's looking well, so don't worry. All things you bought for the test
Good.
will
I've got it with those
appear on
torps,
your
right?
main account.
Yes. GG, Mr. Turpitz. Wait for your torpedoes. Shoot them later. Thank you very much for the game.
Okay, this was a nice torpedo spread.
Yes. Secondary ships need buffs very badly. That's one of the things that we're looking at. And this is one of the things where we really need quite a lot of data to see what the kind of damage numbers are compared to before. Personally, I think German invitation to a training battle. No, thank you right now. I think German ships, because of the buff we actually gave them, are doing very well still with secondaries. When I get the chance to use a secondary build, it does very well. Tucky, what's my next ship?
Okay, so here are the results of the poll. I gave a choice between Bismarck, Otago, Massachusetts, Odin, Le Terrible, and Harekaze. So, will you guess which the community chose for you?
Harekaze.
Yes.
Somehow, I knew it somehow. Okay, Harekaze.
Well, you shouldn't hand me a loaded gun and not tell me where to shoot.
I don't mind playing the Harekaze, but you just need to give me a second to do a torpedo boat skill. No, I'm going to use him. No, he's going to be somewhere else. He's going to go onto a gunboat DD. I think we'll use. Look, we'll go full weeb if we're gonna go weeb. So we want some torpedoes. I'm guessing. Sorry guys, this will just take a minute. 62 knots. I still want to actually have last stand. We want this one. We want this one. I'll have that one. I'll also have a. Yes, I'll have a swift and silence. We'll go for some hit points. No, not enough points.
Not enough points. Also, there seems to be a Graf Zeppelin popping up quite often in the chat. So, if you want to do the Graf Zeppelin secondary meme build,
we can try a Graf Zeppelin secondary meme build. Yes. Look, I'm willing to try almost anything today, just because I appreciate you so much. Yes, we'll definitely keep the torpedo reload booster, but I really think I need to have a look at the game audio. Game audio is a bit quiet, isn't it?
Oh, you have the Purfurst skin. The Izoroku skin, sorry.
Of course. Let's have a look. Yes, this is a bit... Come on, we'll give it a bit more volume here. It's going to be more like it, I think. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet afterwards when in battle. Let's try Harekaze. Grey Ghost says, I want that camo. Ah! Well.
What was that?
I'm sure there'll be an opportunity to purchase it again in sometime in future. Sokoli says, my secondary ship, Shikishima, has a 15% hit rate. It used to have about 28. Like I said, German battleships, I think, have been doing quite well. We may need to make some tweaks to some specific ships in other nations. We'll have to see. But like I said, there will be information on that soon here. Captain Burner, that's not the kind of thing I would give you my personal opinion on in a World of Warships stream.
What's Captain Burner?
He knows his question.
Okay.
I also have absolutely no idea. HMS Potato says, I can confirm Mr. Conway is a weeb. Well, I don't know if I'm a full weeb, to be perfectly honest. I may be like the Daywalker, like part weeb curious.
Amigo Invisible, dear Wargaming, I want to propose a Brawl 3v3 in division but by ship class. 3 DDs versus 3 DDs, 3 BBs versus 3 BBs and so on. What do you think about it? That's interesting. I'm not sure, like, it will be challenging to, like, balance and not have basically one setup running around.
People like weeb curious, I'm glad. I'm glad.
What's the
Geke
bonus
Epi
code?
says...
We will...
Sorry, he said subs are cancelled. Subs are not cancelled. I am hereby uncancelling.
Yes. Subs are just still in development. When they are ready, they will come. Aha! Hello, Happafoder.
Where is he going to be, Tucky? I'm a bit worried.
Not sure.
Well, he's not on the cap. And I have good enough concealment that he won't be able to, like, sneak up on me. So, let's cap. And let's have a look where he turns up. Oh, he's all the way over there.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's kind of where it could be expected. Where are the codes? Is there any codes? Yes, there is code, and we will drop the code after the battle. Again, but someone is putting it in the chat. It's Cecirona, or something like that. Sorry, I'm not speaking Italian, so also apologies if the Warjack is watching the stream and pulling his hair out.
My first wave gonna miss him, probably, yes.
Trent Riley. I came across a guy named Wargaming Happafoder or something like that on my team. Is he one of the creators or streamers? It sounded very familiar. Indeed,
you should have team
I
killed
guess
him.
you are playing on NA server, and Happafoder is one of our NA server colleagues. And he's currently, you can pop into the Twitch chat and say hello because he's right there right now.
But wasn't he the only employee that if you sync his account, you automatically get 500 doubloons?
Please don't.
So,
What is the reward for the bonus code? The reward is a mission for some Italian goodies.
Which way is he gonna come, Tucky? Around the right side or the left side?
That's the money question. I didn't really, but I mean.
I reckon he's gonna go like right on the inside side.
I think he will be going right side, but hard to tell.
It's gonna I'm not gonna survive very long once I pop up next to him.
No.
Oh, he's left it again?
Oh yeah. So he did. I guess he got worried about the torpedo ambush and turned out. Now he's back in. But then I guess he's somewhere in the, like... Ah, there he is.
Right there, okay. Ow. Okay, I have 30 seconds until I die. It's gonna be hard.
Wondering why you didn't launch torpedoes immediately and didn't press the reload booster. That would
I did.
give
The question
him...
is, can we survive one more volley? I don't think so. I think he won this.
No?
Yes, other guns turned. I won't be able to get enough torpedoes on him. He won this. Ah, shame.
Ah, yeah.
GG.
Well, I guess you should have taken a wider berth around the island.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Lep.
You only get one chance.
Oh, happens.
Ooh, Deathstalker says, I heard it was 500 runes and a Missouri. That's possible, although I can't confirm or deny whether there is actually a Missouri for killing Happafoder.
Oh my. Just Happafoder, please reflect that I cannot throw torpedoes at MrConway. He's several kilometers away, unfortunately.
Yes. Okay, well, that was great.
Can you
what's
please
next?
pop the code?
Yes, absolutely. A kind reminder, this code will activate our final, so week 4, mission to obtain extra Italian tokens, which will in turn allow you to progress towards your Italian battleships early access. please bear in mind, if you have already claimed the Twitch drop for Italian token mission from this channel, you don't need to activate the code. If you already claimed a code yesterday on the German stream or the Twitch drop, you also don't need to redeem a code. Yes, but the code does work. Hammer of the God says, "Yay, a whole 400 tokens. Whoop-de-doo." Well, it's a very simple mission, right? You only need to obtain basic XP, so it's basically free tokens if you're going to play anyway and you manage to hit the basic XP. So if you want to have them, have them. If not, then I'm not going to force you. Okay. So what's my next trip, Tucky? Oh, and make way for Luigi Sansonetti in the new Prime Gaming loot drop. Click through to claim 5 Resolute and Rapid containers and 10 Regia Marina camouflages. Each container will drop 1 item for the collection that, when completed, will reward you with the Historical Commander. So, for all of those of you who have Prime Gaming, there's your call to action. Go claim your next Prime Gaming loot drop. Enjoy.
Your next ship is Odin.
Odin! Happy to. Absolutely happy to. Here we go. Odin. We shall use. Actually, I'm just gonna slap. I'm just gonna slap Lucians on here. Can't go wrong with Lucians. Let's not overthink it. Let's go. The Westman says 2,000 base XP, pretty simple. Get that every match. Lol. Not. Well, the Westman didn't say it was going to be easy, just simple, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not a complicated mission, but you have to have a good game.
Arthur Swen, you didn't get anything because the code works for Southeast Asia server, but you made a typo. You left out one I in the code, so please double check that you are putting it correctly, and then it will work for you.
Dwax says 6 days is very short for these last 2 missions. Are there really 6 days left? Yes, Dwax, we would like to give you more time, but we have the update coming up, and after the update's out, you will no longer be able to use Italian tokens. So there's really no point giving them to you afterwards. So go.
Anubhav Sharma on YouTube. When are the new ships announced and news announced? Because I want to hear it. They will be announced in roughly 1 hour, so you will get your news, but you still have to wait a bit.
As someone says, can you please remove CVs from brawls? They can kill a target without any viable retaliation from the opponent and without a need to cap to win. It's not easy playing against a CV, but I've won against a CV in my battleship. But that's one of the fun things about this mode, is that you have no idea what you meet, and it's very different in its asymmetry. I actually quite enjoy that aspect. We have another Fantask here. We'll see. He, of course, is going to try to rush me. I am going to try to avoid being... I assume he's going to try and rush me.
I guess so. Last time I took Odin on this map, I got rushed by a Benson, and it didn't really work. Duriel Idakman, likewise, your code contains a mistake. It's missing one I, so that's why it doesn't work for you. Fix the code and it shall give you the thing.
It's right there. It is an Italian name, or Italian word. It's not an easy Italian word, but I trust in your ability to do it. I believe. Okay, there's the first set of torpedoings. Are we gonna? Yes, we're gonna dodge those nicely, which means he probably went around the outside and we're probably coming down from the south. I think it's time for a judicious use of our hydroacoustic surge.
Yeah, this is a good...
let's have a look.
This is a good time.
There he is.
What has happened to Kitakami? Subs, asymmetric battles. Tone. Well, Kitakami was tested, now she's again chilling in the cooler. Subs are being developed, so they will come when they are ready. Asymmetric battles, well, we have some interesting event coming up already in the update after next. And Tona is being tested. Oh, there he is. And he shot down your plane. How dare he?
And also, he took my torpedo. Thank you very much, Emslis. But remember, Odin is the largest German, almost largest German destroyer in the game, but it is a German destroyer. And you cannot just out-torpedo boat it, because it will torpedo boat back at you.
Yeah, I mean, I like Destroyer Commander and Destroyer Odin.
Please! Please!
Nice. Okay, so
I'm
next
liking-
is the Terrible.
I mean, yes, I'm stacking flags and signal flags, but still, I'm going to gladly take that 1.2 million credits per game. I have no idea what I'm going to spend them on yet, but, you know, like, better to have credits and not need them than to need credits and not have them. Wisdom of the day.
How often does Wargaming plan on revising the bans restrictions for clan battles? Well, currently we are evaluating like the last 2 weeks, and we will see how it works. So this is our experiment in this season, so we will see how it works. We will see whether this frequency is good enough, whether we need to do it more often, less often, whether we keep that, whether we don't keep that. It's an interesting system, and we will see.
A morbid source, I think, is asking why we make the bonus code so complicated. Look, this is the one time I get to have a little bit of fun and like put a weird word somewhere that all of you have to read and then type. So I use this opportunity.
It's still less weird than the one we had for the Armchair Admirals Battle of Java Sea, which was
Surabaya Okikaisen?
yeah, Surabaya Okikaisen.
Yes.
Which is obviously Japanese for Battle of Java Sea, because
Yes.
in Japanese is Battle of Surabaya. So that's when Mr. Conway gets creative and has fun and
Exactly.
breaks things.
And it's an opportunity for you to learn a word or two from another language, right? For the German, last German round, we did some fun German words. Now we're doing some fun Italian words. There we go.
Yep.
You know, learn something during World of Warships.
And soon there will be again opportunities for fun German words, right?
Yes. Please, someone tell me what ship to play next.
La Terrible, I told you.
Mr. Conway confirmed as an evil multilingual. I am actually, I don't speak Italian. I am multilingual, but not Italian. Doesn't count to my language. I speak some French, German, and English. I guess if I had to, I could probably say a few things in Spanish. Troy Sereno PMSB says play Cheshire. Troy Sereno, this is not how this works.
Is it Chatterbox in English? Yes, it is Chatterbox in English.
It is Chatterbox, yes. So, Roger Ricard, let me have a look. Thanks to the new captain rework, I can now use a more useful commander on here. And I'll probably... Oh, my boy knows only at 10 points. That's embarrassing. But I'll use an Honoré here, one of the Honoré brothers.
Oh.
Do we actually... we want to go for the Brawl. We want to go full torpedoings, right? We don't want this for sure. I guess we want this. We'll want. Actually, probably won't want this. Probably want this. For sure, this.
Davis 1, 2, 3.
points.
Mr. Conway have stolen my Odin. I have the same one.
Taki,
Shame
help
on you,
me.
Mr. Conway.
Taki, help me. What am I picking here with my last 4 points?
Oh, I don't know.
That's really helpful. Thank you. Chat. What am I picking? You don't want flooding? What do you mean you don't want flooding? How do you not want flooding? Like, if the enemy floods, that's never a bad thing.
Yes, but I mean, you have a ship that lives and dies by the guns.
Pick RPF. That's actually fantastic. Yes, thank you. Well, listen, but if I face a battleship, the guns really are not going to be very useful. Like, this is not a general Le Terrible build. This is like a 1v1 Brawl Le Terrible build.
This is a crazy rush.
Oh, wait.
Why is the spelling on Lepanto wrong in Latin? It's Fortuna Audacia Juvent, and the correct spelling is Audentes Fortuna Juvent. We are currently reviewing it, so we shall see.
It's already, I think I can say this, we have already reviewed it, realized it's wrong, and we will be changing it. Oh, crap. See, I don't have modules installed on this thing. Ah! Why don't we have a warning for that? Why is this? We have a warning for captains, not for modules. This should be the Conway protection. God damn it. Modules? Who needs modules?
Mr. Conway did a Conway.
Massachusetts. It's okay. the whole point of this is anyway us we're gonna try and rush him. It's the only way we can. Like, guns are not gonna be very useful for this. I need to land torpedoes.
Captain Crooked was asleep until just now. What have I missed? Well, you just missed Mr. Conway doing Mr. Conway. And apart from that, you missed the code, but you didn't miss it yet because it will appear again and again.
At least it's not co-op. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not such a big handicap in this mode, but it's probably still it's not great. Not great. The real Otago says Conway is indeed average. Yes. I think that's probably
It's okay. Your opponent
accurate.
probably doesn't have modules either. Well, that's possible.
It's very possible. Ooh, he's coming close to the islands. Gives me an opportunity
There is a
to
suggestion for the next dev blog. For Mr. Conway, we have added a warning of no modules added.
It's possible.
Maybe we should have some...
Maybe that should be a special feature of the Conway captain.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he's not going to let me sneak up on him. Chat, I think it's time. Say your prayers to our Jesus. Speed boost is engaged. Let's line it up. Let's go nice and straight. I'm gonna get maximum speed here.
Captain only gets XP for team damage. Who? Oh, Stats Bloke. Yeah, hello, Stats Bloke.
48 knots, and I guess we can make him start just start softening him up ever so slightly. Ah, good first hit. Took very little damage. Just have to close the distance.
Well, do you wiggle, wiggle, wiggle?
Do you not know that wiggling is a sign of weakness? Oh, his secondaries hurt so badly. The one saving grace is that he probably would have been better off just keeping his front turrets pointed at me. But even so...
Yeah, like you are going for a tail chase. That's
Okay, let's swing. Let's do it. It's our only chance yet. Three? No, only two. I've lost this.
yes. Well, maybe the trying to cut him off from the front would have worked better, but well, hard to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, the closing
He
speed would have
knew what
been...
he knew what he was doing. He did good.
Yep.
Okay, what next? And yes, like look, let's before we forget this, yes, let's make this naked ship a little less naked. I do have credits spare.
Major Dent. Best way to beat French DD in Brawl. Turn away after you spot them and burn them down. Yes, that's true.
Yes, it's the only way I think.
Yeah, I mean, in regular battles, I generally tend to try to turn in enemy DDs with a battleship if possible, because it makes them nervous, but in Brawl it's better to try to turn it into the tail chase, because you also don't have usually any allies and stuff.
Actually, I think we're gonna go switch this over and just go to engine boost here. I'm gonna try this. Sorry, I need to do this one more time with the Terrible. This time with modules. Ooh, against the Tallinn. Interesting. Can I get by that big torpedo? Jacka Diego, this is a question we get asked so often. We would really like to sell them to you. It's just so bloody hard. The things are huge. They're a pain in the ass to transport. They're a pain in the ass to store. And it's just like, last time we were checking, it's like, hey, how can we ship this to someone? It's like, shipping, it's $100. So
Yes.
it's really like, it's just, unfortunately, it's just too hard. We're not, international shipping is a pig, absolutely. And we just, we're not a merch company. We make a video game. We're not very good at logistics. We don't have the capability for it. So it's tricky. We tried to find a partner for it, but they also came back to us and said, like, yeah, we can't find anyone willing to even ship this, especially in the current times.
Buff Flint range, where we are we are keeping an eye on the Flint, so...
Oh, and Jam Dearest, welcome.
Exporting to the USA is a pretty big pain.
Also exporting from the USA.
Not only to the USA, it's a pretty big pain in the posterior, even just inside Europe, and that's like, yeah. Inside EU, it's hard enough. Outside EU, it's a major headache. But to Poland, it's not so far. Ship it to me.
True. But then again, we don't have many of them anymore. I think Tuccy is the only one who still has his own personal stash. I shouldn't have told them that, right?
You shouldn't have told them that, yeah, but... What does this bonus code give? This bonus code gives a mission for 400 Italian tokens.
Okay, he has entered the cap. And I'm hydroed. What's his hydro range? Shouldn't be that much, right?
Sorry, I wasn't keeping an eye on your game.
Okay, he's coming around the corner here.
Yep. Well, I guess it will be a bit of a round chasing.
It will be. But I want to have the... I don't want him to have the hydro on. So if my rush is to succeed, I need the rush to be a bit of a surprise. And as long as I'm hydroed, it's not going to be... okay. He's coming around. I guess we are going to ring around the rosy.
Seaman USMC. Tuccy, I can hide it in diplomatic pose. Wow.
I don't think...
What happened to Tuccy's beard? Well, the quarantine happened. I decided to like refresh the look and let it grow again, like from the scratch. It ran away. Well. This is a bit of a cat and mouse.
Yes, but like I said, I want this hydro to be gone. And then I will go for him. Here we go. Now let's put like a nice tight turn. God, why are you... oh god, this was a bad idea. I think this is a terrible idea. Let's see. We're gonna go for the YOLO.
King guys, hi there. How about doing rank battle from tier 6 or tier 7 as doing them from tier 8 is taking too long to get to? Well, the rank battles are after all content for a bit more experienced players already, for one thing. For the second thing, we did do... oh, torpedoes. We did run some ranked battles already on lower tiers as well, so
why did I
maybe
wait?
in the future we will revisit that. Currently they will be they are on tier 8 to 10, but yeah.
Too easy in the end. Mr. Conway, can you use the Otago? Yes, I can.
Otago was also in the poll, yes.
Why is there no kill assist in the game? That's a good question, actually. I don't think there's a particular reason, and I think this is something that we may be able to add at some point in the future. I don't know. I don't think there's a current plan to add it, but like, I don't know. The thing is, it's nice to have like some kind of ribbon or achievement for it, but the amount of experience you get, or the amount of credits in general, like the amount of profit you get, from shooting a ship is very, very strongly and mainly based on the amount of relative damage you do to him. So it doesn't really matter if you do 50,000 damage to a battleship or 15,000 damage to a destroyer, right? If that's about 70%, it'll be about equivalent. And you already get rewarded for it. We just don't have a ribbon for it. I think it would be a nice thing to have a little ribbon. Hey, you killed more than half of his HP or something. It would be cool. So, but there's no particular reason. I don't think it's not in. We can make that suggestion. Otago. The question is, which Otago? So many choices.
Well,
Chat.
I mean, yes, there are
Chat.
multiple ships of that class, so...
Multiple, yes. Thank you very much for the answer. You are very welcome. But I think there's
well,
only one
I mean,
choice.
you can
I
go.
think I'm gonna have to go with the Takao, just because it is the most beautiful of them.
Which ship to use? Which captain to use? Sorry.
I think this is a perfect opportunity.
The Jacobson 201 wants you to play Oland with Grzegorz Brzęczyk captain.
Grzegorz Brzęczyk captain. Okay. I'm not gonna build into a mean build. I'm gonna do a normal build with this. We want this for sure. What would I run on the Otago? Probably an adrenaline rush.
Grumpy Brown Bear, why they play without mask or respirator? Well, it's simple. It's because we are several kilometers apart. Mr. Conway is sitting somewhere over there in our office in the studio, and I'm sitting in my living room on my sofa. So we are safely distanced.
Yes. But otherwise, yes, currently in Czech Republic, if you are in the same room as someone, you must wear a respirator.
Unless it's a home office with a member of your household. Yes. Night Angel, I came here right now, so my question is, when will the new graphics arrive to the main server? They will arrive with the next update, which is coming in a short order.
So this is LMAO.
It's right around the corner.
Warhammer avatars that could sailors too. I didn't know that. Well, you know, historically, if you can call that historically, they do command warships, albeit in space. So I would argue yes, but also, can I just say that this is absolutely, like, the voiceover on this thing is absolutely amazing. I just love it too much. I'm gonna for the skull throne. It just never gets old, chat. This is a perfect opportunity to use it. Why is Mr. Conway not allowed to work from home? I am allowed to work from home, and I have been working from home every day for the last 2 weeks. But I also have a 50 Mbit LTE line and small children at home. So streaming from home is not an option. So at the moment, what we do is everybody works from home, but once a week, one of us goes to the office and is alone here in the streaming studio, and the other person tunes in from remotely. That's a very good solution.
I can vouch that the little Conwayettes in the Conway household are sometimes disruptive to various video call activities. So
yes,
I mean, it would be an interesting. Taki needs a Drakeneffel poster on wall behind him. Yeah, some poster maybe. I shall think about it. How to implement it.
Yeah. Somebody else was saying, is this going to be a permanent game mode now? No, brawls are going to come and go. Different rules, different tiers, different rules each time. They're just going to mix it up a little bit, but they're always going to be temporary game modes. Someone else was asking, how can you play this against a specific person? You cannot. If you really want to match yourself against a specific person in a 1v1, I would suggest you go and play a game with him or her in the training room.
Yes.
Didn't even get spotted. Did you see that?
No. Try out secondary build key. That would be interesting. Any idea when Tona/Ise might be released? I really need them both. Well, when they are ready, they are currently still in testing because I mean, being the hybrids between battleship/cruiser and aircraft carrier with very few planes, they are kind of special, so they need
I have to say,
a
chat,
lot of testing, a lot of development work for them.
I'm a little
So
bit
we shall
proud
see.
about my first 2 volleys there. So I did, like, with fires now 17k, and he hasn't been able to even fire back at me yet. It is a very sneaky ship.
Yes,
as well.
she has a very, very low detection rate for cruisers. So
If
Yeah.
this is not just my recommendation, but this is the recommendation from Eurobeat, who you may know. Go check out his latest video. He did a how to Otago, and he said, and I quote, if there's one premium ship, you're only going to buy one premium ship in the game, make it Otago. And I agree. It's a fantastic ship. It's great fun to play. It's very strong. Without being overpowered, it just has it has its thing that it does very well, and yeah, I can recommend this. Who said that? Eurobeat.
Wester88 is saying MrConway tries to recreate Euro's video. Yes, he does.
No, Mr. Conway will now. I'm still gonna look. I'm not gonna try and do. Should I just try and do long range firefight with him? Maybe. Why am I actually going for a YOLO? I don't need to. I can just win against him, I think. Now we know where he is. Fighter destroyed! Ha! Love that voiceover. Are they still on sale, Taki? I forgot. Or is it already the resale already over?
What Otagos?
Warhammer.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Then I hope you guys picked him up while you had the chance. The captain is absolutely glorious.
Will the blue steel ships ever make a return as purchasable ships? Well, that depends on entirely on the partnership. It's not depending only on us, so it's like. Yeah.
Problem is he's leading in points. So if I'm gonna go for the long range route, this is interesting. I think I'm actually gonna turn here. Am I gonna turn here? No, I'm not gonna. Oh god, why did I? No. Oh, I'm such a potato sometimes, chat. I'm such a potato sometimes. Okay, we didn't beach. Phew.
Ah,
But
that
it
was close.
Because I want to go around this side, so I can test the cap. So otherwise he's going to win my points at the moment. But he's going around the outside. Why isn't sonar equipped? I didn't pay attention. Conrad, did you listen to Euro? Camo not steering? Yes. This is yes, I agree. But I chose to go for a different route.
When are
Euro
the
was probably
the
right.
The announcements are in like 30 minutes.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Well, ouch.
Yes. I mean, it is a battleship.
Heal.
Soon. But we are also going to angle now. Most importantly, I want to get a point lead. Yes, shooting belt. Thank you.
Oh, this is interesting.
All good, I've got my point lead. But yes, I should have listened to Euro for 1v1 especially. It would be better to have less of... Here come his shells. A little bit of angling, not too much. Yes, that's okay. I'm going to bounce all of that. And now... I'm unspotted.
Why are you matching up random ship types against each other?
Because
i.e.,
it's fun.
battleship against cruiser and so on. Well, yeah,
It's
a
something
fun
different.
Mode. It's just like like yes, it can happen that if you take like a ship that's very specialized, you might end up in a situation where you are facing your hard counter without really being able to do much about it. On the other hand, can be also on the other side of the equation, or you can just play it safe and take all-rounders. That's always the trade-off.
I'm really tempted to just completely troll him now, because I'm going to go dark again. Yes. And we are at 920 points, and I believe I have outplayed him.
Yes, definitely.
This is, I mean, but this is not a victory that's acceptable for Korn, so at least we need to shoot him. Even though it's a foregone conclusion. And we can decap him.
Well, he managed. Yes. Nah, he won't reach the border between the zones in time.
So yeah, what I'm suggesting to you is, if you want a premium ship, buy an Otago.
Will there ever be more Dutch ships in the game? Possibly. It's like with every other will ship X, will nation X be in the game. Like, we would like to have as many ships in game as possible, as like logically possible, but obviously it takes time, and we cannot really say yes, this ship will be in a game, or yes, this ship will be in a game, until we are ready to announce it. Which, yeah, there are some announcements coming today.
T-Pack Top is asking, when are Nurgle ships coming, asking for a clanmate. Look, I cannot confirm or deny that whether or not we're working on another Warhammer collaboration. If you want to know my personal wish, I absolutely hope we're going to get more, because if you don't know this already, I'm a big Warhammer fan and nerd. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe. I certainly hope so.
Is there any way of getting commemorative flags? I have the ships, but not going to buy the ships again to get the bonus flag. Well, we will see.
I'm actually just thinking, should we just maybe go to news?
We promised them at 7:30. No?
It doesn't really matter, right? If we do it a little bit early, don't you think? Chad, what do you think?
Oh, well,
news,
yeah,
yes?
But
news, yes.
I mean, all those people who tuned out and will be coming.
Well, you know, that's so. Shouldn't you out?
I say let's do one more. Let's do one more brawl, and then we can. Hello.
We're doing a poll.
Oh, sorry. A new poll.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing it.
And then, sorry. Okay, I am going to create it, but just tell me. No.
There's a character limitation with this, really. No. So look, we let you do. We'll answer some more questions. You may now answer this poll. Vote in this poll, and we'll see which of the options is the most popular.
Come on, guys! You suck at trolling. Like, you are dropping the obvious answer.
Anubuff says Indian nation in World of Warships would be funny and would attract a lot of Indian players. But then again, I don't know if there are enough Indian ships to make a territory. I think enough Indian ships to make a territory will be tricky. But on the other hand, pretty much all of them that would fit in the era of the game are just British ships anyway. So a majority are in the game. So I'm not sure how much sense it makes. We do have the INS Mysore in game. So there is an Indian ship. There. So Paul. Oh, the majority of chat wants it now, but also 61.
Yeah,
people say they want one more game. This is the problem with democracy. Once you start, it's hard to stop.
I mean, the chat just disappointed me, because I was hoping that most of them will want to troll us and will go for it'll be on dev block anyway. But
Yeah, I know,
There's it.
but no.
I'm disappointed.
One more game. Well, somebody wrote in all caps. It's going to be hard. Stop the count. God,
Yes.
this has already been a turbulent year, hasn't it? Oh, turbulent
The
time.
people have spoken. News, please.
Okay, look, we can do the news, but we'll start with the news slowly. And should we do that? Tucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go slowly.
Let's go slowly. So let's talk about the news. First of all, please let me give you this small disclaimer. Everything you are about to see is still work in progress and may very well change, be cancelled, moved, modified, or otherwise. I don't know. It's work in progress. Please bear that in mind.
Yes.
Right? So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the super test for version 0.10.3, which, as you know, is not the next version, but the one after that. In 0.10.2, we are going to be continuing our early access kind of branch line activity for Italian battleships. And then in 0.10.3, it is time to head to German destroyers. Now, as you can see, there's a blueprint. This blueprint, who can guess what this means? What's this for in chat? Next dockyard, says Captain Awesome 72. You are right. We already teased this.
Yes.
So in the next dockyard, we're going to do it a tiny bit different. So the first few stages of the dockyard are actually going to be you guys progressing towards making the blueprint. So it's going to kind of start out in the drawing stage and working on the blueprint.
Given the ship that will be in the dockyard, that's kind of logical because destroyers are much tinier than battleships, so it's kind of hard to squeeze so many construction stations.
Yes, so, actually, in real life, they actually ended up being built pretty quickly. Do you know what the time was to complete a destroyer at the height of production? Not for the Germans, maybe for the Americans. It must have been very, very fast.
I can try to find out for Germans as well.
Someone in chat will know. Chat, how long does it take to build a destroyer? Too laser to render the building process? No, we also do the building process, but it comes after this. Yes. US was rolling out 2 Fletchers every 3 days. Yes, I know the Haberforder, but that still doesn't tell me how long it took to build one. Just that they were building lots of them at the same time.
The USS Kidd laid down 16 October 1942, launched 28 February 1943. Commissioned 23 April 1943. So
like 4 months building, 6 months till active.
Yeah.
That's still pretty quick. You have to remember, guys, destroyers in World of Warships may look small, but if you've ever seen a destroyer in real life, they're not small. They're big. Big. They're quite big. Okay, so anyway, so we have here the blueprint stage for ZF1, ZF6. ZF6 is going to be an interesting ship. After the blueprints, you are going to be progressing to the dockyard stage. And yes, we have rendered the building process, but as Tucky points out, it's a destroyer, so there's not as much of it. ZF6 is an interesting kind of concept of a boat. It's got decent concealment. It's a mainly AP-focused boat, so it's got improved ricochet angles for AP shells, and it's also got increased damage. It has an engine boost, a smoke generator, a defensive AA, and a main battery reload booster to take on enemy destroyers. Torpedoes are kind of average. Their speed is quite high. The damage is high, but the detectability and the reload are rather poor, so they're a bit better for taking on like big sluggish targets than small nimble ones. So it's going to be an interesting concept, and I hope you're going to have fun with it. I can't talk about how testing went, but I think I enjoyed when I played it.
It's an interesting toolbox. It's probably going to be balanced by some downsides, but it will be very nice ambush ship.
Yes. So how the dockyard is going to work. The dockyard is going to have 22 stages this time. Each stage can either be completed by finishing dockyard missions, as you know it already, or spending 2,200 doubloons per phase. You'll be able to get a total of 19 of those 22 phases for free, as we've done in the last couple of times. So if you make it through all all 19 phases with the combat missions, you can get the destroyer for 6,600 doubloons, and you can basically choose your discount if you want to pick it up, depending on how much you play. Yeah. There will be a compensation for extra dockyard missions for those of you that decide, hey, I want this ship now, I'm just going to accelerate through the missions. There will, of course, be some intermediate rewards again, and then every additional dockyard that you finish after having built the ship, so every additional stage is going to give you 3,000 coal and 200 steel, similar to some of the other dockyard events that we've done before it. Cool. So yes, I think it's going to be quite fun. When you complete this 20-second shipbuilding phase, you won't only get the destroyer ZF6, you're also going to get her in her war paint camouflage. Oh, no,
and
sorry.
We have a picture.
No, we don't. First of all, this is, of course, going to happen in Hamburg. So Hamburg port is going to have a few changes done to it. So you can see that here. It's going to look cool. Anyway, there is ZF6 in her Warpaint camouflage. You're also going to get a commander with 10 skill points, a port slot, and a memorable flag. Because who doesn't like a memorable flag? Yes, it is a beautiful port hopper, I agree. In addition, there are a few other things coming with German Destroyers Part 1. Tucky, do you wanna do some talking?
Yes, I mean,
I can push the button if you tell me when to push the button.
Main thing coming with the German Destroyers Part 1 is that it will contain the German destroyers, as the name suggests.
Who would have thought it?
Yes, it will be the early access event again, and we will be adding Z31 Tier 7 destroyer, Gustav Julius Merkere on Tier 8, and Felix Schulz on Tier 9 in the early access. They will be basically a large gun focused gunboats. Their guns will be 15 centimeters, 150 millimeters, slightly less than 6 inches for those of you who still use Imperial units. They will be focused on their AP performance. They will be having quite nice penetration, quite nice damage, and they will have improved ricochet angles. So they should be kind of, well, good against especially lighter cruisers.
Yes.
They will have a certain amount of armor, which should help them in interactions with small caliber guns and with HE. On the other hand, they will have a low damage per minute on HE, and they will have fairly high detectability, so they are not that great for cap contesting unless you make good use of the smoke generator. And starting on Tier 9, they will also have defensive AA to help a bit with those pesky flying thingies. They will have torpedoes with pretty nice reload times as the regular German destroyers, and kind of average damage. But their main feature will be the guns. And alongside with the event, they will be getting also some nice camouflages. The Iron Cross permanent camo, please.
Yes, if you don't like this one, maybe the Iron Cross camouflage is a bit more to your liking. It is a bit more to my liking. I think it looks absolutely amazing.
So basically, like the best thing to best way how to characterize the new German DDs are, I would say, light cruisers without citadel.
Yes. So the more kind of martial and aggressive camouflage that's available for the tech tree destroyers, you can see it here. I really like this one. We have a couple of additional camouflages or permanent camouflages entering the game as well. We'll have a look through them. I think they're all pretty cool. And the next one is this one, which is a Soviet camouflage. It's a permanent camouflage for our favorite Kirov reporting cruiser. Which
yes.
I also think
a lot of gold.
It's a lot of gold. It looks very fast. I'm wondering if it's going to make it go faster. But
still, if it was, I'm just saying, if it was fully red, it will go even faster.
Yes, this is true. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right?
Yes.
So next we have the Golden Week consumable camouflage.
That's quite intricate. It's
that this is probably going to appear sometime around Golden Week. Please don't ask me when it's going to be at Golden Week. It's just like Black Friday. Good concept.
Yes. But it's very nice. It has those like fish/dragon themes.
Yes. There was a question here from Our Lordy. Are these free camos? So it depends. Some of them are going to be available through missions. Some of them may have to be purchased. Some of them are consumable camouflage, so you may be able to get some for free. We'll see. You'll find out more in the near future. For now, we're showing you what they look like. But this is a consumable camouflage, right? And then we also have the Japanese lacquer camouflage for the upcoming
new Battleship Hyuga.
On the new Battleship Hyuga, yes, which I also think is rather nice. Yes, so it's pretty cool. For those of you saying for free, get out of here. Look, we have a lot of the stuff available for free, and a lot of these permanent camouflages, especially when it comes to new line releases, can be earned for free, but not all of them. You'll have to see.
Yes.
Yes. So lacquer camo, similar to the one that we already have on Hayate, of course. So it's pretty nice. So a couple of other small changes and improvements that are happening.
There's one more camo, no?
Is there one more camo? No, I don't think so. Oh, yes.
There is.
Sorry. This is also a consumable camo in memory of heroes. You'll recognize there is a poppy on it. You can probably think around what time this camo will make an appearance. Cool.
Yeah.
Someone says, my eyes.
Now we are out of the camos.
Look, my favorite camo my favorite camo in the game. Let's take a quick break from this to show you my favorite camo in the game. Is this one. So you're not going to get like the arguments of, oh my god, that looks terrible. I'm probably not gonna work on me. It's this is one of my favorite ones. I don't know why. It hurts, but I like the pain.
Oh, this one. Oh.
Jesus. Yeah, it's the Tokyo Game Show. It's very rarely available. I'm actually down to the last 3 of them, which is bitterly disappointing. I'm gonna have to go ask Lord of Droid if I can have some more. Cool. Should we go next?
Iterpin Noob says these camos work because no lookout wants to tell the captain that he sees a pink ship. He'll get fired for drinking. Well, not exactly, because fun thing, historically there was pink camouflage in use on warships. The
and tanks.
Pink.
Yes, and tanks.
And planes.
And planes.
And
yes.
Land Rovers.
Yes. So it's not entirely out there. So this is the camouflages. By the way, for those people who complained, hey, you said you were going to news at 7:30. We'll get to the new ships at 7:30.
Yes.
So,
but
next.
we still have some news in this segment with regards to the update 0.10.3. So bear with us. We're getting there.
Bulls fan says, I wish this was a radio broadcast. I'll take that as an offense. I'm guessing it's the haircut, but I have no choice. The hairdressers are closed. But if you don't look at the screen, I can
lend you the machine. I can lend you the razor.
Also, pro tip, if you don't look at the screen, it's like a radio broadcast. Almost indistinguishable. Anyway, the 2 gentlemen you were looking at here are 2 new Japanese captains. Their names are Raizo Suzuki and Takeo Suzuki. You'll notice they are a set of the brothers or twin captains that we've brought out before.
I mean, to be honest, they look more like father and son.
Yes. Many people have been asking for these for Japanese ships. Here they are. They will have 2 improved skills. One of them is going to be survivability expert for cruisers and destroyers, and for battleships it will be emergency repair specialist. Yep.
Yes.
There you go. Our Suzukis. But we're not done. There's more. But wait, there's more. In future, when you mouse over a skill, and that skill affects one of the consumables on your ship, it will be displayed. So you can tell which consumables are affected by a skill. Just a little improvement that I think we made based on...
that's kind of helpful.
Yes. Odd feedback that we got for you. So... yeah, it's a nice change. I agree. It'll hopefully help you a little bit figuring out which of the skills to pick. Is there anything more?
We will also have some update to the daily shipments.
Yes. Now I don't want to go into. I don't want to just. What's the next one? The next one. So we're still safe. So we also have. also have...
Did I
there we go.
freeze?
No, the button just didn't work. This is Russian, but what it is the new interface for our daily shipments. So in future daily shipments...
As I was saying.
Yes. Okay, you go say it then. I'll be quiet.
Yes. So as you can see, the daily shipments will change so that you will basically see them all on the screen. They will become available at the start of each month, and they will have 24 rewards in total. And they will be kind of arranged in like nice, clear interface. Maybe this will help some people not to forget about them, because we had that feedback actually quite often.
It's a free daily reward, right? You just log in, you get it. That's it. It's nice. Next, because we're still not done, we have a change to the port of Kronstadt. Kronstadt is going to have a little bit of action in it. So you will be able to see, as you can see on the screenshot, there will be some fightings happening. And there'll be some explosions, maybe even an airplane. I'm not sure. I haven't seen one of the screenshots yet. But
bombs bursting in air, rockets, red glare, and stuff like that.
Yes. So you have like if you like the action-packed port, you can switch to that one. If you like a quiet port, right? This is an option. You can just have it as you wish. And there we go. I really like to have a choice of ports, and I really like to have a port with some action as well. Some people like it less. My favorite one is Fjords, though.
Fjords is nice, yes.
And now,
I like that as well.
Now we get
wait, not yet, because there are still two more changes that are not as cinematic, so we don't have even pictures for them.
We don't have a picture for them. But you know what we'll do is, before we reveal the new ships, we'll play one more game.
Okay, so in the meantime, I will tell actually about those changes. So one of them will be a slight update for the naval battles, because you will be able, based on your individual activity in the preparation stage, you will be able to gain more stars, to get more attempts to get the stars, so that will help you if you are active, even if you are in a small clan. And you will also be able to review the results of the clan you are matched against during the engagement stage, so you will see what you are getting into. And we will also be, that's more like a technical change, but we will be removing some hull modules for number of mid-tier ships, basically to streamline the progress through the tech tree, remove unnecessary steps. But we will announce the exact modules removed and stuff when the update is closer.
Yes.
And who are you matched against?
I'm matched against Massachusetts. Ah, perfect. Massachusetts, epicenter. This is exactly what we want. He has to get close. Should be good.
Massachusetts versus Odin.
Will the dockyard port for Heathen be included in the list of ports? I don't know. Tuccy, do you know? Do you know? Tuccy?
I'm not sure.
Chat, we don't know. We'll have to check. Odin is the tier 8 Graf Spee? No. Odin is the tier 8 Scharnhorst.
Yes. Odin is a very decent destroyer, especially if matched against another battleship.
Yes.
New mode, Axis versus Allies, is very good news. A release date for this mode. Well,
when will the new dockyard launch? With update 0.10.3, which is not the next one, but the one after that. You should have a ramming flag, Mr. Conway. I should.
And you don't?
But I don't. Look, I'm not enough of a nerd to be able to tell. You tell me. I have a lot of them, but I don't know if I have the right one. It's so hard to focus on it. I don't know, chat. I probably don't have a ramming flag, to be honest.
Shame. Whenever you don't have a ramming flag, your enemy does.
How many doubloons will I need for 3 dockyard stages? 6,600. They are 2,200 doubloons each. Is he going to try something weird and sneaky?
Well, I mean, it's hard to do weird and sneaky with Massachusetts. It's fairly straightforward.
In terms of the cap circles.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's going straight in. Okay, it's in. It's on. It's on, gentlemen. It's on.
Tuccy needs fake beard he can wear on stream, so chat doesn't freak out. Well, I mean, we can have chat freaking out at least. Now it's already after 1 week, so like the chat would be probably in a state of shock last week. But, I wasn't on the stream.
Tell us something about Brandenburg. It's an area in northeast Germany, around kind of Berlin. It is known for being exceptionally boring.
I mean, I've been to Berlin. I can see that how that can happen. It's absolutely flat.
Oh, Berlin is amazing. Brandenburg
yeah, but
has,
like
has
the entire area around Berlin is absolutely flat. It's like no elevations. Elevation is a rude word or something. I don't know.
Yes. Hello, Massachusetts. Well, the only worry I have is what if he has a ramming flag?
Oh, True Phoenix suggests that Brandenburg has a nice gate. Yes, that's true.
Well, Brandenburg doesn't have that gate. Berlin has that gate. It's just called Brandenburg Gate. It is in fact not in Brandenburg at all.
Oh, did he pull a fast one on you?
No, I think he's beaching.
Yes, he is.
Which he is more than welcome to do. I have some torpedoes for him. Oh, I don't want to beach though. Come on, I want to get my other torpedoes off.
3 out of 4, not bad.
I don't know. I wanted better.
You should have started slowing down earlier, I guess.
Problem gelöst.
But this can work.
Yeah, should be good.
When are Italian battleships unlocked, please? Well, they will be unlocked fully for the regular access after the update 10.2, so with update 10.3. The 10.2 still continues the early access, so... Nalbert Game says you almost died. But the almost is the important bit.
Okay, there we go. I think we can go back to the news now. After this
yes.
interlude, because it is now 1:30, and I feel confident that the people who were here for the new ships are now here. So, without further ado,
we have some very, very nice selection.
So do you want me? Let's start. We'll start off with. Should we ask them what they want to see? Let's run it. Yes. Tuccy, I'm sorry. I need to. Look, it happens rarely enough. I need to milk this. We're just going to ask which one first. Do we want American, British, or Italian first? You guys get to choose now. Please vote. Which one of the new ships you would like to see first? Kitakami. Jethro, you'll notice that Kitakami is neither British, nor American, nor Italian. Guys, don't type it in chat. There's like a little thing on top of the Twitch, where you can click to vote. Oh, looks like the Americans. Oh, Americans! It's close. It's close. It's so
very
close.
Result. It's
chat. Vote now. Your vote will make a difference. Americans are we really going to let the Americans come over here to the European stream and dominate and have their ship shown first?
Shame.
Come on, where are my Brits? Where are the Brits? The Brits in the woodwork. Come on. No.
Where are the Italians?
I think we just, I mean, we still have more European votes, right? But unfortunately.
Well, it seems that
It seems we're going to look at the American first, then the British, then the Italian. This is fantastic because this is exactly the way we planned it. So,
yes,
first on the list
that's
for today
exactly how we planned.
is the Lexington class battlecruiser Constellation, which was laid down in 1920 with the prospect of becoming one of the largest battlecruisers of its time, but ultimately wasn't completed because the US joined the Washington Naval Treaty and actually followed the rules. In the game, she will be a battleship. She'll have 8 accurate 406mm guns in 4 turrets. She will have a surveillance radar consumable with a range of 10 kilometers. However, the ship will be weakly armored. In addition, the ship will be
battlecruiser. So
yes,
don't expect
a battle cruiser. In addition, she will be kitted out with 2 triple tube torpedo launchers with a maximum range of 9.2 kilometers. So you want to get close because you want to use its tools, the radar and the torpedoes, but you don't have armor.
On the other hand, you don't want to get too close.
So it's going to be a really interesting, like medium range ship. You can see it has got a lot of broadside to shoot. So it's gonna be tricky. Yes, somebody says another Graf Spee. It does feel like a little bit like an American Graf Spee, but it has 406mm guns. So this is gonna be really exciting.
Kietil on YouTube, small and fat one. No, she's rather large.
Yes, I have some.
I mean, if you want to see actual example already in the game of a ship of that class that was kind of sort of built, you can check the Lexington, because the 2 first hulls for this class of battlecruisers, the Lexington and Saratoga, were converted based on the restrictions of the treaty. They were converted to aircraft carriers.
Rita says she's a plumptious beauty. Nice. So we can talk a few numbers as usual with all of the information that we've talked about today. It'll be available on the World of Warships dev blog within the next couple of hours this evening. So if you want to go and like check some detailed stats, you can have a look there. So to give you a bit of like edge details, she's planned with work in progress, of course. So everything's subject to change. But initially 63,600 hit points, 27mm plating, 17.4 kilometer range. The AP and HE are both going to be reasonably slow, with 800 meters per second on the HE and 768 on AP. 180 degree turret time, 45 seconds, so not too fast. Dispersion of 194 kilometers at those 17 kilometers with a sigma of 1.7. Torpedo tube is going to have a range of 9.2 kilometers, do 16.6k damage, so they're going to be quite nasty. 98-second reload time. And torpedo
the Mighty
detectability.
Jingles is commenting, could that ship's broadside sit any higher in the water? There's a slim chance it might not get citadeled every now and then.
Yes, we can see if we can adjust it a little bit higher. Torpedoes are going to be quite sneaky though, with 1.1 kilometer detectability, so it looks quite good.
Well, yeah, but those are like the slow.
Yes.
They are basically
55
kind
knots.
of mobile mines.
Yes, 55 knots. The ship will do a maximum of 33.2 knots, which is very nice. 900 meter turning circle and 15-second rudder shift. Base surface detectability 15.6 kilometers. Any questions towards the stats of this ship? I can look it up now. Let me know in chat. Otherwise, we will move on.
So actually, it's quite fast.
Nice,
yes, actually quite fast, because she's a battle cruiser. They had to be fast to run down cruisers and to run away from battleships in theory.
What's the reload on the guns? That's an excellent question. Probably should have mentioned that. A reload time, 30 seconds on the 406s. Gun reload and turret traverse. Gun reload, 30 seconds. Turret traverse, 45 seconds. Yes. How many torps? It's going to have 2 triple launchers, I believe. Traditionally, 1 on each side. Size of shell, 406 millimeters.
Has the code been dropped yet? Don't want to miss. Yes, it has been dropped, but Mr. Conway will drop it again.
Yes, I'll absolutely drop it again. Where's my button? There's my button. As to the secondaries, let me see if I have the details here. I don't think I've got... Do you have secondaries? Tuccy? No. We'll have to get back to the secondaries, I think.
Primal 8680. Why you guys make battle cruiser like Alaska in cruisers and this thing in battleships? Because Alaska wasn't a battle cruiser. The Alaska class was a large cruiser. They were basically like, let's say, super cruisers. They were bigger than regular cruisers, but they still had the cruiser armor scheme and the kind of cruiser mission. These things were battle cruisers. They basically had the instead of large cruisers, they were even larger but thinner armored battleships. So there is a significant difference between the Alaska and this thing.
Someone was asking battle cruiser or battle ship dispersion formula. I cannot tell you right now. I did not get information on this either way. Cool. So let's move on to the British ship, which I think is. Look, if you like this, I don't know. This is going to be extremely interesting as well. So the next one is going to be Her Majesty's ship Druid. Now, Her Majesty's ship Druid is a super destroyer armed with the universal 127mm mounts, developed in Great Britain in the early 1950s. Both double turret mounts are located in the bow of the ship. It's like the Dunkirk of destroyers.
Yes,
which allows
Dunkirk Richelieu of destroyers.
Yes, which allows the which allows for the firepower to be brought to bear without having to show broadsides, which is of course quite nice. However, similar to the light cruiser branch, Druid can only shoot AP shells. They will have a low fuse delay and excellent penetration angles, providing a minimal number of ricochets and overpenetrations. The destroyer has no torpedo tubes. Druid is equipped with a short-range hydroacoustic search consumable, a short-burst smoke generator, and specialized repair teams, which will heal 1.5% of the maximum HP per second, which means they get a super heal. The ship is an artillery destroyer that is effective in supporting allies with rapid fire from cover and smoke, as well as combat with other destroyers. This could be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I think probably you guys want to know a couple of values. As always, these are initial stats and subject to any testing. Initial hit points planned for 25,300, which is quite nice. 19mm plating. The firing range, base firing range, is going to be 14.1 kilometers. AP shell damage of 2,350 with an initial velocity of 975. Reload time 1.7 seconds. 180-degree turn time, 7.2 seconds. Maximum dispersion, 121 meters with 2.0 sigma. Arcs, I don't know. I'm guessing pretty decent, but only towards the front. In addition, she's going to have some anti-aircraft guns, which I don't know. They look,
the main guns. The main guns are dual purpose.
Dual purpose, but yeah, the damage output.
It has 4 hectuple 40mm guns and 8 twin 20mm guns.
Yeah, so short range is going to be 109 DPS, mid range 151, and long range 91, with 4 explosions in the salvo. The maximum speed is going to be 35 knots with a turning circle of 690 meters, a 5.4 second rudder shift time. Surface detectability base 8.1 kilometers, 3 kilometers for firing and smoke. I don't have a duration on the smoke generator or the hydroacoustic search yet.
It's a short burst smoke generator, so basically it will be similar to the.
1 second. Someone just switched off my light. How dare they?
What? Do we have gremlins? What happened? Okay, so while Mr. Conway is finding out what happened,
I don't know.
Let's quickly. What?
I don't know. Just the light was just switched off by someone somehow. I don't know how it happened. But for the repair team,
that happened?
I don't know. For the repair team, it's going to be running for 20 seconds with 1.5% of the HP healed per second, 80-second reload time, and 2 charges base. Cool.
Yeah.
I think this looks pretty good, chat. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this. And radar? No radar, no.
It will be
yes, I think it was the cleaning lady.
Like DD Hunter, I guess.
But she didn't come in the room, so that's why I'm so surprised that it went off. Okay, looks awful, says someone. Well, we'll see what it goes. What was the concealment? I think it was 8.4 kilometers.
8.1.
8.1 base, of course, right? As always, these detailed stats for this will be available on the dev blog later tonight. A last ship of the new ships, and then we'll get to the half ship. Last ship of the new ships is this Tier 10 cruiser Napoli. Just quickly, because someone is asking, how do I get these ships? You will see. We will talk about this later. For now, we're going to have to test them and see what they work. So, Tier 10 cruiser Napoli. Napoli is a project of a large heavy cruiser armed with 254mm guns, developed by Ansaldo in the second half of the 1930s. The ship stands out for a decent armor and concealment, an accurate secondary battery that uses SAP shells, an exhaust smoke generator consumable, and the capability of firing 4 torpedoes from each side at a distance of 13.5 kilometers. It will have a short base gun range, which should be taken into account when choosing tactics.
Yeah. And as for stats,
yes, let's have a look.
The hit points. Sorry?
You want to go?
Okay. You were breaking up again a bit. So the hit points will be 59,200. Plating will be 25 millimeters. Main battery will be 9 254mm guns in triple turrets with 16.3 kilometer firing range. Maximum shell HE damage will be 3,450 and maximum AP damage 6,150 with a muzzle velocity of 945 meters per second, which I mean that's quite nice. That should make for some nice gun arcs. Reload 17 seconds, 180-degree turn 25.7 seconds, maximum dispersion 145 meters, and sigma value 2.05.
Nice.
She will have 8 torpedo tubes, 2 times 4, with a damage of 13,900, earned range 13.5 kilometers, and speed of 56 knots. So basically the standard Italian slow torpedoes with a 95-second reload. And detectability of 1.1 kilometers, so sneaky sea mines. Secondary armament will be 12 90mm guns, 6 times 2, with a basic firing range of 7.3 kilometers and maximum SAP shell damage 2000, with a penetration of 26 millimeters. And then 4 times 3 152mm guns, again range 7.3 kilometers, and maximum SAP shell damage 3,850 with 42mm penetration.
Let me really quickly clarify. Wait, no. Go ahead, Tuccy. Sorry.
What?
Because you said SAP damage on the secondaries.
Yep.
Yes. So just because chat is confused, so the ship's main guns are going to have HE and AP, and the secondaries are going to have SAP.
Yes.
Keep going, Tuccy. Sorry.
Yeah. The AA will be, well, 37mm and 20mm and 90mm with damage in short range 130 per second, mid range 305 per second, and long range 102 with a maximum range of 4.6 kilometers. Number of explosions in salvo 5. Maximum speed will be 35.5 knots. That's a bad news for many destroyers, I guess. Rudder shift time 12.5 seconds and turning circle 750 meters. Surface detectability 13.1 kilometers and air detectability 9.7.
Nice.
And as for consumables, sorry.
And 8.8 kilometer detectability in smoke, which is of course really important for
for consumables, it will have a damage control party, exhaust smoke generator, fighter, and repair party. Now, bear in mind all the stats are preliminary and are without any crew or upgrade modifiers, so you get the idea. You know the drill.
Yes. So, like I said before, let me just reiterate, there will be detailed stats along with the images in high resolution, available on our dev blog in a short while, if you want to double check anything. And please remember, these are our initial stats, right? This is what we are going to start testing with as a baseline, and anything may have to be corrected up or down, and we may even completely change the concept of the ships. Who knows? But for now, this is going to be interesting. I think these are three,
Yes.
they're three potentially very interesting ships, very different from what we have now, and I look forward to trying them out. Last but not least, a quick announcement for the upcoming Commonwealth Tier 7 battleship Yukon. Which is an analog of the Monarch. With the it is a Monarch. It has slightly lower visibility, detectability, 13.2 kilometers versus 14.6, and a specialized repair team consumable, and but does lower damage and lower penetration on her HE shells. So
And
that will
she's
also
also
be
lower
tested.
tier.
And she's lower tier, yes. That's also going to be tested, but we don't have an image for her because it's a Monarch.
Yes. You know how she looks.
Yes. And there we go. That's the news, gentlemen. What do you think?
Yes.
There's a lot of news today. So Canadian, then? Possibly. Disappointing, boring. You guys are a lot of fun to be with on a Thursday night. OMG, I want this Napoli. That's more like it. Okay, so let's head off. Oh, there's actually a good question there from Dizzy the Carry. He's asking, what's the win rate of your testers? Just curious. So this is an important point to make. We do not select who does our testing by win rate. Like, we don't want like all the unicums to be our ship testers. We actually have a wide range of people doing ship testing, with a wide spread of stats as well, which is really good because it means that we get like good data from what they do in testing.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, naturally, since they come mostly from the highly active players, they tend to be
I mean, they're not
good at the game, and
they're not super crap, but they vary.
Sorry?
I said yes, they're not super crap, but they're definitely not. Yes. Cool. At World of Warships, any information on discount bundles for the beginning of the dockyard for ZF6? Not yet. You'll have to wait for some more information on that closer to the release. Can't tell you yet.
Yes.
Last I had Chrysanthus on team, we lost it. Oh no. I'm gonna make sure to tell him. Play Cheshire next time. Ooh, I could play Cheshire. Why not?
Cheshire.
Why not? Interesting idea, actually. So I'll set up a Cheshire. Can you play Flint for us?
How long will
Brawls
the
today? So no.
How long will the dockyard event last? Well, as we announced, it will start in 10.3, and it will be in running through 10.3, 10.4, and the dockyard will remain with the ability to finish, obviously, with the purchase until the end of 10.5. So basically, 2 updates the active part, and one more update the possibility to finish part.
Yes, so we'll give the Cheshire a go.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. I'm gonna do some really, really strange build. Super weird build. I don't know, I wouldn't even call it build. It's more of embarrassment. But anyway.
I arrived late to this stream. What's the ship in the next dockyard event? Admiral Kraken's Bane, it will be the ZF6, which is a German destroyer, which had a kind of a weird history because it was originally a French destroyer that was in the process of being built, that was taken over by Germans, and there were several projects of finishing her. The initial one, ZF2, and then reworked to ZF6, and none of them was finished. So.
Okay, weirdest build in the history of building stuff, but we will. I know you can't see it, but I'm too embarrassed to even show you. I'm literally just clicking buttons at this point.
Kamikaze dolphins, megalodon sharks, and loco exploding turtles when? How did you get to our secret documents?
Why did you remove Hydro from the new German DDs? We tested it without smoke and with Hydro, and they didn't do well. So we're going to give them smoke instead of Hydro now. Giving them smoke and Hydro, I think, would be probably too powerful.
Yes, that's. I mean, that's the story of basically changing parameters of ships in the game.
I'm up against
Usually,
Implacable.
yeah.
Interesting.
Usually, when you improve something, you have to reduce something else. When you give something, you usually have to take something away, so that it doesn't turn into a monster.
Now, Jingles with the very, very clever comment to remember to just dodge. Thank you, Jingles. How old did you turn again? What was it?
And just careful about that battleship there.
Is Jingles max level yet?
The DPS from the new destroyers is lower than Shimakaze. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes sense because they are not DPS machines. They are focused on the AP gameplay, so basically they are not there to duke it out with other destroyers. Torpedo planes coming your way.
Well, I dodged one.
Well,
we've sprung a leak. We're filling up fast.
They don't do much damage anyway. All good.
yeah, but now we will.
I'm gonna eat another 2. Yes.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal.
Yeah, it's gonna be painful.
Yeah, and I mean, you probably turned to the wrong side in this one.
Yes, but he was trying to force me away from the cap. The only way I have to win this is if I go on the cap. It's the only chance I have. Against Milchratte, who's most likely German.
Fire!
German build DDs with sonar, and Wargaming make one German DD without sonar. Well, I mean, for example, the US built most of their DDs with radar, but obviously game balance wins if we have to choose between the 100% authenticity and game balance. Like every class has its own toolbox, and yeah.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Is he not coming? He's not coming, is he?
Well, he's probably not coming.
In that case,
I mean, run away! Well, not
Exactly.
run away now, but we should be able to get through
Anti-aircraft
this.
gun crews are on normal alert.
Oh!
should have continued straight there.
Yes, we should have turned out.
But, you know, I'm not very good at this game, so. So, Mr. Aircraft Carrier, if this is what you want to do, go right ahead. I will just run away, and you will lose my points. Unless he kills me.
What were the ships announced? I missed the show. Well, the ships announced were are the O'Hara, the battle cruiser. Wait, how many else? the battle cruiser Constellation, the destroyer Druid, the cruiser Napoli,
Problem solved, sir.
so US, British, and Italian, and Yukon, Monarch clone 1 tier lower.
Is this fun? Ask someone. Look, I particularly don't enjoy this particularly. If he was a Graf Zeppelin with secondaries, at least we'd have a bit of a brawl. But since he's decided to, like hide at the back and just try and strike me out, the logical thing is to make his travel route to get to me as long as possible and just run away. So that's what I'm going to do.
And it's a win.
And it's a win. I'm not going to be too salty about it. Win's a win's a win.
Fire.
A win away, unless you beach. And he comes with torpedo plates.
Unless I beach and he comes to torpedo planes, yes. Let's try not to beach. Let's hope he doesn't have torpedo planes. He does. But I didn't beach.
Loving the counterplay, so engaging. Well, I mean, it's the same as when you are in a endgame with a battleship against the destroyer, right? Also, you have to kind of dodge and hope that he makes a mistake. Here, at least in a cruiser, you can make your own luck by a lot, and especially given the nature of the game mode, like the points win.
Like I won against him. That's his problem. But I want to try this again. I feel Cheshire has potential.
Joshua Frick, can I play with my USS Kid? Yes, the Brawl is available for the Kid, so...
Yeah, like it's like people went out in the chat. It's a win. Like I'm not. Look, I outplayed him by being smart and playing the winning game. If he'd actually moved his CV and not been an airfield, he might have been able to reduce the distance between him and me and actually be able to strike me out. But he didn't, so he loses.
Robert V, you can counter the CV even in a battleship. It's just like you have to have a lot of map awareness. And I mean,
this is
he's
gonna
still
be...
like you can still make his life very hard, and you can mitigate the damage quite well if you get lucky, and especially if he potatoes. I mean, that's the thing.
I don't know what.
And as we said already, this mode is a lot in the risk versus reward. I mean, you can choose to play your favorite low AA battleship, but then you risk that you run into your hard counter. You can play all-rounder and you can have a much easier time, but on the other hand, you don't have
I don't know how to play this.
Kills.
But I don't think he's going to let me get close enough for torpedoes.
Yeah, for example, right here, I think MrConway is in far worse pickle than he was against the carrier.
Yes. I think, by the way, this is gonna be such an uphill struggle. I don't know if I should try and play
does
this at range.
Tuccy go anywhere with a plush torpedo, or does he have so many? I have only the one
what do you
here,
think?
but I have some in the storage.
Do I go for the torpedo, or do I go for the... I'll go for the torpedo, I think.
Well, I mean, right here, this is a,
otherwise,
this
if he's
is a
smart,
very
he can
open
just...
cap.
Otherwise, if he's smart, he can just duck into A and just you get points and do what I just did.
Yeah, but
we are going to use our wiggling ability, and we're going to wiggle for all that we're worth.
I mean, going into the A wouldn't really help you because he's not that slower than you, and you would have to expose a lot of your broadsides to get there.
Wiggle, engage, but we need the single launch to get him.
Yeah.
Enemy battleship detected.
This is not good.
Fire.
Fire.
Problem solved.
Is he disengaging? God damn it, he's already disengaging.
Fire.
Yeah, no chance. Shit. Maybe if I can live long enough to snuggle behind that island over there, I can cap him. Oh god, have I got 3 fires active from his 3 fires? Are you serious?
And you already used your damage con.
I
right?
used my damage con. I shouldn't have used my damage con. That was an absolute noob mistake there.
Yes.
Oh, you can't really. I can't really angle against Massachusetts, can I?
Yeah,
I'm dead.
and that's the thing. Like this right here is probably worst combination for a cruiser. Like
Massachusetts
very
in an open
open
cap.
map and battleship that knows how to play. So that's like yeah.
That's it. I'm done. GG.
Yeah.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh,
No, I am done.
you survived.
Yeah, but he got the fire. He got the fire. and died to the
WASD
fire.
hack to use. So my tier 8.5 predicted Grosser can just dodge the 2 cross sets of torpedoes from FDR. Well, one good hack for this is not to go alone. The other is basically you can mitigate the damage. You can angle against at least one set. And like yeah, you have to start turning in time. That's always the thing.
Yes. Well, good game, but I think that was also the last game for today. Let's have a quick look at how
What's
we
the
did
time?
today.
Oh, it's 8. Yeah.
We won 3-7 and lost 3. That's what 10 games, 70%
Not
win
bad.
rate. I'm okay with that. Even though it can always be higher. So, chat. Any last questions? Anything that we want to talk about? Martin put.
Well, I mean,
Python
there's
says,
a lot of questions about carriers.
yeah, so I was asking you, save the USS JFK from scrapping. I'm sorry for spam, but it's important, right? The USS JFK. I don't know which that I don't know. I'm not I don't know what the JFK is. What kind of
Carrier.
ship? A carrier. Carriers are expensive, man, and there are lots of them already around
Yeah.
as museum ships. I think that's going to be a hard sell. I mean, it's not something we can do. This is like outside of our price range, I'm afraid. A carrier is not like it's not a small boat. But maybe if you do some lobbying at home, there's a chance. I mean, I for one would just say we buy the thing and we just move our development office into it and park it somewhere in the Mediterranean where it's nice and warm. And when the weather gets crap, we head over to Asia and find a nice bay there. But I don't think that's entirely realistic, unfortunately.
Nah, not really.
No. Would be quite nice, though.
Also, it would be hell to get used to all the changing time zones.
Yes. When will be the next application period for EU super testers? I don't know. Taki, do you?
I don't know. We will ask.
We'll have to ask the Warjack. Yes. If you are really interested, feel free to send a PM to the Warjack on our EU forums, and you'll be able to find out. He's running the EU super test program. But I think we're pretty full at the moment.
And
hi.
I think it's time for the last reminder of the code because it's running out soon.
Yeah. Yes. There's also a question from Nitgnord who's just want to ask if we will have freemium ships in the next patch, like Marco Polo Austin. Do we have any plans on anime collabs? I can't talk about anime collabs, but I can tell you that Austin is going to be available for steel from next week, and Marco Polo will be available for coal in the not too distant future. So yes, there are new coal ships. Yes, there's a new steel ship. Both those ships will be obtainable for free if you have the equivalent resources. Oh, Demonus says, have you seen the no Kobe models for Belfast and Prince Eugen? Both are available now. I have not. Taki, have you?
No, I will have to check.
I'm interested.
That sounds tempting.
I'm interested. Let's see what the stock price does for the rest of the evening. I'll decide if I want to buy one.
Come on, Kobe isn't that.
No, but it's we'll see. We'll see.
There's Belfast and Titanic.
Will we get an Italian collection next update? No, we'll not have a new collection next update. No.
Yes.
What's this? Please answer me. Are you aware that the Shikishima has the wrong belt armor? Big Massax? How? Define wrong. How is it wrong? Please enlighten me, because you are aware that the Shikishima is not a ship that was actually built, right? I'm not sure if we're going to be able to have a realistic argument about belt thickness. Plush tops are unfortunately still not available to buy. We really want to be able to give them to you. We don't even want to make any money off it, but we don't want the experience for you to be unpleasant, and we don't want you to have to shell out like way too much money. We had an option to do it around the Christmas time, but the individual plush torpedo, I'm talking about the small ones now, would have been so expensive plus shipping that that's not something we wanted to offer you because we just didn't
unfortunately,
we didn't think it was a fair offer. Apart, just for you guys. If anybody knows someone who has the capacity, capability, and wish to produce and sell those at a reasonable price, always free to PM me. My inbox is open.
Yep.
So, did he come back about the Shikishima? Not that I saw it.
I didn't see it.
But there's so much chat happening. So much chat. Any updates on subs? I don't have an update right now, apart from the fact that they are being worked on. That's all I can tell you right now. There will be information about subs in the future. Well, Mutafonga says, could you tell the guy who asked about the saving the JFK that CV-67 happens to be a nuclear one? No such ones are parked anywhere in the world because the cost of taking the reactors off will be astronomical. That is actually a good point because you can't really leave a live nuclear reactor on like a museum ship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to take out the reactor anyway when we are scrapping them. So
yes, but you're also, I think, taking
insurmountable.
Yes, but when you're scrapping the ship, I believe you're also tearing apart the rest of the ship, and I don't think it's easy to take out the reactor without like ripping apart the ship. I'd imagine if I have a nuclear reactor and I'm going to place it somewhere in an aircraft carrier, I'm going to place it somewhere where it's safe, which means somewhere deep buried in the bowels. Correct me if I'm wrong. The only time I've ever seen a nuclear reactor and an aircraft carrier was on Star Trek, and I don't think that's entirely accurate. Seemed a bit too easy to get at. Are Missouri Musashi ever going to come back for sale one day? It's highly unlikely that we're going to be straight up selling them. No. CV-67 is a conventional carrier, not nuclear. Okay, well, and I don't know. I can't tell you. That's why it needs saving, because it's the last conventional one. Okay. Any news for Avarov? We're not planning on implementing Avarov as a ship at the time being.
Yes.
What about King of the Sea? Missing some collection too. King of the Sea is going to be happening again at the end of April, and you will have a chance to obtain another 8 collection items during King of the Sea 12. Okay, I think we're going to go and call it for today.
Yeah, I think so.
Who
are we raiding, and what shall we prepare for the? Well,
you think about
hashtag.
the hashtag. Let me see who's streaming. Actually, I think we have a perfect candidate for a raid. There we go. Easy. Raid chosen. Go ahead and pick a person. So
I don't know.
No, I picked a person. Sorry, pick a hashtag. Be creative. Chat will help you. So, gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for joining us today. Devlog about the upcoming new ships and things are going to be, the devlogs will be up in the next hour and a half. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again next week, same time, same place, where we're going to be ushering in our new update, 0.10.2, and associated beautiful new things. And I don't know, I don't have much else to say. Stay safe, get vaccinated, and Tuccy, any last words?
I'm just putting hashtag in, and the hashtag is blame Tuccy for not thinking of hashtag.
Okay, copy the hashtag, gentlemen. This guy we're going to raid now is a brand new CC. Please make sure to give him a warm welcome, as befits our community, from all of us. And enjoy the stream. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and see you again.